304-229-7009 or visit them online at tripsfloorsanding.com.
Ever try to collect on an insurance claim? Perhaps a homeowner's claim, auto accident, or fire. Insurance companies collect money from you for protection should something bad happen. And when it does, they don't want to pay, or they offer too little. At Mansion Ferretti, we have an attorney who worked defending insurance companies and knows all the dirty tricks they play to deny or lowball your claim. Call us today for help in getting what you really deserve. Mansion Ferretti, when you need justice.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Life can get in the way these days. We all know that. Work commitments, social commitments, volunteer commitments, family commitments. You put your heart into all of it. You've got enough to worry about already. Your roof shouldn't be one of those things. Everything should just work. But when your roof is in need of an upgrade, you shouldn't have to worry about that either. Modern Renovations, your 4-state roofing solution. Reminding you that home is where the heart really is.
Play ball!
The following is a special sports broadcast presentation of Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg. It's time for the excitement of West Virginia High School softball. Today's game is being brought to you by
Bechtel Jewelers, the Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations, CMA Honda of Winchester, Hagerstown Ford, the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm, the Mountaineer Grill and Pub, the Mirius Group of Financial Advisors, Orsini's Home Store, Modern Realty Results, Kent Parsons Ford of Martinsburg, and the Skinner Law Firm.
And now for the pregame show. Let's go out to the field and join our Talk Radio WRNR broadcast team.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome here to Charlotte Prather Park for some high school softball, the first softball game of the year for Talk Radio WRNR and TV10 as we welcome you into our pregame show brought to you by Cody's Body Shop at 851 Wilson Street in Martinsburg, where you get the work done right. The first call, 304-901-4777, or visit their Facebook page. Colin McLaughlin here for Talk Radio WRNR and TV10. Alongside me is Jim Klein, our executive producer, Spencer Dupuis. Cameraman is our intern, Avery Newport. Back at the studio is Nick Verzolini. A very chilly start of things here in spring already, but some cloudy skies, pretty windy here at Charlotte Prather Park, but still a clear day, and we finally will have some softball action, Jim.
Yeah, finally. I was waiting for the salt truck to get out of the parking lot to prevent ice buildup as we were preparing here for the game this Saturday. I'm exaggerating a little bit. I'm sitting huddled next to executive producer, the one and only Spencer Dupuis. Grateful for Nick Verzolini working in the warmth of the studio. Nick, I hope you're feeling good back there, baby, because it is chilly here on the, south side of Martinsburg? Southeast side of Martinsburg? I don't even know.
I don't know.
East side
I don't
of
have a
Martinsburg.
compass with me, Jim.
Nope,
so
no compass. It's probably frozen up.
That could be. I mean, fortunately, we don't have snow in the forecast like the northern part of the state, but we do get some softball action for the first time, as I said, on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10 this year, as we were supposed to have a game Wednesday that was going to be Martinsburg at Musselman. That got rained out, pushed to yesterday, and then again, due to field conditions, it got postponed to April 6th, so we will bring you that game, but now we just move on to today's game. It's Martinsburg Spring Mills, two EPAC teams that are struggling record-wise, both 0-3, 0-2 in the EPAC, but they're young, so it'll be interesting to see how those teams fare today, Jim.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's going to be up to the pitchers. I think that's the way that the softball world has evolved. I've been a fan for years. My sister played varsity 4 years at North Hagerstown High School, and I remember back in the days where the team with the most dominant pitcher was the team that typically would win. I remember going to Pate Branch, and both teams pitched a no-hitter, and in the 6th inning, somehow Pate Branch got a player on base and eventually ended up scoring the winning run 1-0. So looking forward to seeing the way that the teams run. Spring Mills versus Martinsburg through the years leads the all-time series versus Martinsburg 21-1. If we look at recent history, going back to June 2nd, 2021, Spring Mills won a decisive victory at 26-6. On May 20th, 2021, Spring Mills won 17-2. And on April 23rd, 2021, Spring Mills won 24-12. The only Martinsburg win coming on May 2nd, 2018. Nearly 4 years ago, Doc. 9-0, and their next meeting will be, weather permitting, April 15th. Other EPAC games today: baseball, Musselman at University, and Martinsburg at Spring Mills. Actually, my sister's up at that game. My nephew plays, Sam Mullendorf, plays on the JV team. A little center field, little pitching. Played the other night, had a tough loss to Musselman. Softball, Hedgesville at John Marshall this evening.
As your EPAC game roundup, brought to you by Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson. Over 120 years combined experience as accident, injury, and disability lawyers. Go to burkeandschultz.com or call them at 304-263-0900. We play hardball. They play hardball. Tonight, we have softball. So now we're going to take a 3-minute break. When we come back, we'll hear from both teams' head coaches. This is West Virginia High School softball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. We're back in 3 minutes.
Remember when you were a little kid and saw your first deer?
Oh, how cute.
As an adult, maybe you've had a different experience.
Where'd that come from?
Bambi mess up your dream machine? Call Cody's Auto Body today at 304-901-4777 and get the work done right the first time. Cody's Auto Body, 851 Wilston Street in Martinsburg, has a team of auto body professionals with a lifetime of experience putting your ride back together again, regardless of how it got that way. Cody's Auto Body.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg has a brand new list of daily specials. Monday, stop on in for burger night or enjoy a nice juicy steak every Tuesday and Wednesday. The Palace Lounge also offers freshly steamed shrimp Thursdays and chef specials every Friday and Saturday. Sunday is all-day breakfast and there are drink specials daily too. So come enjoy the Palace Lounge. You can find them on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard. Are you considering selling your home and don't know where to start? Then call Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. A Martinsburg High School graduate, Chris knows the local market and he's proven it as #1 real estate team in West Virginia in 2019. Phone Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams at 304-579-7349 or go to callchrisross.com. Let's celebrate your real estate milestone together.
If you're in an accident, the first thing that you have to do is call 911. You have to get medical care immediately.
The next thing you need to do is call us. When you hire us at the Skinner Law Firm, what we do is we are going to investigate your case and we're going to lay out the options that you have, all at no cost to you.
We will use all of our resources and all of our experience to get you what you deserve.
The Skinner Law Firm, skinnerfirm.com.
Providing reliable protection since 1877, we are Farmers and Mechanic Insurance Companies. For over a century, we have been dedicated to provide dependable insurance protection and excellent customer service. We specialize in auto, home, farm, and business insurance. Our products are backed with personal, hands-on service. You can trust us to protect what matters most to you. For all of your insurance needs, there's Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies.
Before the invitations and the dress, the flowers, cake, candles, or vows, there was an answer to a question proposed with a ring.
Bechtel Jewelers knows that an important part of your wedding happens before the I-dos. We're a diamond store with an engagement and bridal jewelry selection that's both exciting and accessible.
On the big day, there's everything else, and there's the ring. Make sure you get this one right at Bechtel Jewelers in Inwood.
Welcome back here to Charlotte Prather Park on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Colin McLaughlin here alongside me for today's game is Jim Klein as we continue this Cody's Body Shop pregame show with your coaches' interviews. As your coaches' interviews brought to you by Laddie's Bar and Grill, located at 107 Lutz Avenue in Martinsburg. If you're looking for some fun nightlife and great food at affordable prices, then dine in at Laddie's or carry out by calling them at 304-263-5233. We will start off with Grant McGargy, the head coach of the Spring Mills Cardinals, then take a 30-second break, and right after that be followed with Rob Jones of the Martinsburg Bulldogs. Okay, Coach McGargy, road game today, EPAC-wise. You guys take on Martinsburg right now. Both teams have been struggling throughout the start of the season, but what does your team need to do to get the first one of the year for the Cardinals?
We need to put a complete game together as far as pitching, defense, putting ball in play, of which none of the three we've done really well this year so far. So hopefully that will start with tonight. I was pleased with the way we swung the bats there against Clark County last game out, so hopefully that will carry that momentum into the next game.
So with that positive, what were some of the other positives that you've seen with your team this year?
Well, we're really young, and our seniors are dealing with some injuries, so we're having some problems there getting them to the line. I do have a freshman pitcher. She's going to be really, really good, but she's learning, hey, here at the varsity level, location-wise, hey, what we got to do here. And then we just have to make the plays behind her in the field. And then we have to put the ball in play when we're on offense. We have way too many strikeouts going into tonight's game. So it's got to put the ball in play and then get them out when they put the ball in play.
That freshman pitcher starting things off, and when it comes to varsity action, they really just need to be able to gain confidence to get better. How can you, other than repetition, I guess, gain confidence in your pitcher?
She'll gain the confidence, when we make the plays behind her. She's been doing really well, but there's like for Clark County, for instance, at the end of the first inning, she was 1-0. We had a blue infield hit that we misplayed, and then before you know it, it's 7-0. So just things like that. I think if we, go out and execute, maybe have a clean inning here, clean inning there, get her confidence level up. She can play at this level, but it's just, again, we got to make the plays behind her. We got to make the plays behind her.
All right, anything else, Coach?
Like I say, just looking forward to tonight's game. Hopefully, the kids will bounce back and we'll put on a good performance in all three aspects tonight.
All right, thank you. Good luck.
Looking for some nightlife? Then look no further. Laddie's Bar and Grill has a full bar and kitchen, pool table, and entertainment with great food at affordable prices. You can dine in or carry out by calling us at 304-263-5233. Laddie's is open Monday through Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 3 a.m. and Sundays from 10 a.m. to 3 a.m. We serve breakfast all day long, and our lunch and dinner specials are posted every day on our Facebook page. So stop on in to Laddie's Bar and Grill, located at 107 Lutz Avenue in Martinsburg.
I'm now joined by Coach Rob Jones of the Martinsburg Bulldogs. Coach Jones, EPAC action tonight against Spring Mills. What does your team need to do to get the first one of the year?
We got to hit the ball like we did against East Hardy our first game. We come out with some hits and get some runs on top. We should be okay.
Very young team for you guys this season. What has been the positives for your team to start off?
Positives is pitching issues come about. We got a young freshman pitcher, and actually two freshman pitchers and a sophomore, and we're starting down with the pitching staff. We're actually getting some pitching now back.
All righty, you guys also get to go up against a freshman pitcher against Spring Mills. What do you guys need to do to get your bats hot quickly against her?
Just stay focused and don't hurry through your swings and take your steps of, going through the swing procedures like we've been taught and practice, and had a good week of practice, so I'm hoping they bring it back out here on this field tonight.
All righty. Only 3 games in, though, and as we said, still looking for the first win of the season, but
in those 3 games, how'd they go?
East Hardy was pretty good. We looked good the first game out, even though we lost to the East Hardy. We're going better each time we come out on the field, which I like. We're proving some positives coming out of each game we have. Hopefully we get our first win tonight. We were supposed to play Trinity Christian, which is a new school coming out this year, but they didn't have enough players or something came about and we couldn't play them. But hopefully tonight we'll get a good win.
All right, anything else, Coach?
No, that's it.
All right, thank you. Good luck.
Thank you.
Test.
All righty, those were your coaches' interviews. Colin McLaughlin here for Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. About 7 minutes here from first pitch. So what we're going to do now is take another 2-minute break, and then we'll come back, talk about the weather here, as well as get into your starting lineups. This is West Virginia High School softball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. We're back in 2 minutes.
Heffley Motor Company, serving the Eastern Panhandle for over 17 years. Known for our wide variety of vehicles at great prices, we are the area's only pre-owned Carfax Advantage dealer.
Save yourself time and money. Come see us. You'll be glad you did.
And don't forget our popular detailing service to keep your car looking brand new. We're proud to be your partner serving the community. You're local, we're local, why not buy local? Heffley Motor Company, a nice place to do business.
This is Matt Miller, along with my wife, Dale.
As homeowners, we've been through the mortgage process several times, and each time we went to Mark and Cheryl Savitt at the Mortgage Center.
They treat you like family with personal one-on-one service, walking with you through the process from application to settlement.
Plus, low interest rates and closing costs.
The Mortgage Center is on Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
Phone 304-267-9040.
Or online at mortgagefinancing.com. NMLS number 237527, Equal Housing Lender.
WVU Medicine is pleased to introduce 6 new providers who've joined our medical staffs at Berkeley Medical Center, Jefferson Medical Center, and University Healthcare Physicians. Nurse practitioner Alexis Alastanos, Urgent Care, Dr. Anderson Cho, Hospitalist. Physician's Assistant Brian Daunt, Pain Management, Dr. Payam Haradi, Anesthesia. Physician's Assistant Brittany Herber, Orthopedics, and Dr. Esther Lynn, Family Medicine. WVU Medicine, growing to meet the needs of our community.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How do I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm Philip McCoy, financial advisor with the Mirius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
Welcome back here to Charlotte Prather Park. Colin McLaughlin alongside me is Jim Klein. We're going to continue this Cody's Auto Body pregame show. About 5 minutes until first pitch. JV game already concluded. It went short just so that you could keep the timing here on schedule. But now let's look at the weather here at Charlotte Prather Park. As your weather brought to you by Kelly Allstate Insurance. For all of your insurance needs, call Gary Kelly at 304-263-4596 or stop by 724 Lakeview Drive in Martinsburg. 53 degrees, cloudy skies here in Martinsburg, and once the game goes on, may or may not drop down below 50 degrees. Feels like 48 degrees out here with 14-mile-an-hour wind gusts to the east, so we'll have to see how much that plays a factor in things for this game, Jim. During the baseball season last week with the wind, we saw it cause some issues there for the outfielders in that Martinsburg game against Petersburg as well as against Hedgesville. So we'll have to see how these two teams in Martinsburg and Spring Mills fare with the wind and also staying focused because it's going to get chilly pretty quickly here.
Absolutely. I was watching outfield practice, and any of the balls hit to right field. The outfielders really need to concentrate on taking that first step backwards before they work their approach. Right fielder for Spring Mills took her first step forward, and the ball literally sailed about 10 feet over her head. And I'm not sure it's a misjudgment as much as it is wind affected, because it is definitely chilly and windy, and I would bet you that those gusts are well over 14 miles an hour.
Alrighty, that is our weather. We're going to take another 2-minute break. That'll wrap up the pregame show. When we come back from the 2-minute break, we will go into the starting lineups, and then after that, hopefully the national anthem will be ready to go, and then first pitch. Again, a 2-minute break. This is West Virginia High School softball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson, where accident, injury, and disability lawyers with over 120 years combined local trial experience. When injury or illness has stopped you from working, you may be eligible for Social Security disability. Ron Harmon has been winning disability claims for over a quarter of a century. Don't hire some out-of-state firm. Ron Harmon's in Martinsburg. He will meet with you right here in our office. Get a local lawyer you can trust. Call 304-LAWYERS for a free consultation. 304-LAWYERS or 304-263-0900.
Hi, this is Rob Mario. Larry DeMarco, broker of Modern Realty Results, believes he has some of the best real estate agents in the Eastern Panhandle. Agents at Modern Realty Results have years of experience and knowledge of the local real estate market. Agents within the office work as a team to provide quality customer service. We strive to always ensure client satisfaction through handling every transaction with honesty and integrity, all while offering competitive rates. Modern Realty Results is veteran-owned and managed. Please call 304-262-4222, modernrealtyresults.com.
Play ball! The pregame is over, and we're ready for today's opening pitch and the play-by-play. Today's game broadcast has been brought to you by
Cody's Auto Body, Laddie's Bar and Grill, Trips Flooring, The Mortgage Center, Gary Kelly Allstate Insurance, Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson, The Heffley Motor Company, The Palace Lounge, Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies, Milestone Realty, and by WVU Medicine, Berkeley, and Jefferson Medical Centers.
So let's return to the field and rejoin our Talk Radio WRNR broadcast team.
5 seconds. Welcome back to Charlotte Prather Park. Colin McLaughlin here for Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Alongside me, Jim Klein. Our executive producer is Spencer Dupuy. Cameraman's Avery Newport. And back at the studio is Nick Verzolini. Martinsburg still out on the field taking warm-ups. So it looks like first pitch going to be a little bit behind schedule, hopefully not too far behind schedule. But now let's get into your starting lineups, brought to you by Trips Flooring. Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring needs? Call Trips Flooring at 304-229-7009 or online at tripsfloorsanding.com. Let's start with your visitors in the Spring Mills Cardinals. They are 0-3 on the year, 0-2 in the Eastern Panhandle Athletic Conference. Leading off for the Cardinals and playing third base is number 9, Carissa Ring. Batting second, shortstop, number 8, Paige Houghton. Batting third, playing center field is number 21, Emily Cole. Batting in the cleanup spot for Spring Mills, first baseman, number 32, Olivia Schuch. Batting fifth, the pitcher, number 31, Claire Wetzel. Batting sixth, your second baseman, number 6, Paige Vermillion. Batting seventh, the catcher, number 13, Haley Brady. Batting eighth, the designated player, number 11, Jacayla O'Neill. Batting ninth for Spring Mills, your left fielder, number 1, Rebecca Root. The player that is being in the flex spot is the right fielder, number 14, Olivia Keller. Let's now go to the home side in the Martinsburg Lady Bulldogs. They also come in today 0-3 on the season, 0-2 in EPAC play. Leading off for the Bulldogs is the catcher, number 3, Abby Hannon. Batting second, left fielder, number 5, Anna Grove. Batting third, your center fielder, number 8, Shelby Henson. Batting cleanup for Martinsburg, your third baseman, number 16, Maya Jackson. Batting fifth, first baseman, number 17, Kennedy Nichols. Batting sixth, the shortstop, number 18, Kaylee Jastin. Batting seventh, second baseman, number 10, Audra Mann. Batting eighth and playing in right field, number 11, Ayana Kirkland. And batting ninth for Martinsburg. And pitching for the Bulldogs is number 4, Daisha Cook. As your warm-ups out on the field, are coming to a conclusion. It is Martinsburg, the home side tonight. All black uniforms, and on the front it says Martinsburg in some orange letters outline wise with white, and then on the back numeral wise white in an orange outline. As for the visitors in Spring Mills, they got red jersey tops, Cardinals written on the front, numbers on the back, blue pants, bright red socks as well, and then on the side of the uniforms an American flag, which is what we will be getting ready for here in a few minutes, as we'll have the national anthem here shortly, Jim. But before then, as we just finished up the starting lineups, I know you've seen a couple of the games here for Martinsburg, I believe. What do you got for us? What do you think they need to do to get the first win of the year?
Well, we're not in Kansas anymore. So, this cannot be...
Are you sure? Because I got a call from Kansas a couple hours ago, so I wasn't sure where I was or what to do. But, just deleted it.
I'm just talking about the win, baby. I'm telling you, there can be no excuses. Both teams are playing in the conditions. It's blowing strong from home plate, looking left to right, left field or center field. They got to hold their positions. They can't run forward, overrun the ball. They got to keep the ball in front of them, right field especially. Then on the infield, obviously keeping the ball square. Both teams, both coaches talked about being patient at the plate, concentrating on making good contact, good swing through, and may the best team win. I hope everybody has fun. It's chilly. Grip those bats tight and let's play ball.
Yeah, as the head coaches for both sides and Coach McGargy as well as Coach Jones meet with tonight's umpires as well as team captains out at home plate. Charlotte Prather Park, compared to last year, kind of getting a little bit better. I know they were really working on improvements. Finally have a scoreboard working here. I remember last year that wasn't working. I talked to Coach Jones beforehand, and I think he said it's the first time that it's worked in 5 years. So hopefully improvements continue because, well, money-wise, I know that it might be a little bit of a struggle compared to other teams for Martinsburg when it comes to the softball team, but you want to give the girls the best that you can.
Absolutely. I think that female athletics, sports, they deserve every bit of the same conditions that the boys play in. I know my good friend and neighbor Yvonne Jenkins has worked with the Martinsburg softball program. Grateful for all of those type of people who work hard and volunteer in the community to support Martinsburg athletics. But, of course, I've been involved in women's sports for over 20 years, and I absolutely love seeing these types of improvements to give these athletes an opportunity to compete and showcase their talent.
So now let's look at the pitchers for both teams, and let's start with the home side in Daisha Cook. She's so far not been the best, as we already said. It's been a struggling season so far. ERA is at 21 throughout the 3 games. She's allowed 30 hits, 31 runs, 28 of them earned, and 9 walks. On the other side, it is Wetzel being the starter for Spring Mill. She's allowed 27 hits, 36 runs. She has 20 earned runs allowed, 12 strikeouts, and 5 walks given up. So it'll be really down to the basics. Who can have the fewest mistakes when it comes to all 3 forms in the game, pitching, fielding, and batting, and whoever has the fewest mistakes will hopefully be the team to come out on top, or might just come down to the last bats. That's kind of what we saw in the JV game. Try to get things moving along. They went to the 5-run rule each inning and then switched sides, and both teams were doing that every half inning up until the end there. So we'll have to see how it goes.
Yeah, I mean, both pitchers give up some hits. And I don't have a problem with that. Young pitchers, freshmen, make them hitters. Let's see who can score the most runs.
Alrighty, it looks like we are about ready to start, so we're going to take our final 90-second break, and then after that it'll be time for the first pitch. This is West Virginia High School Softball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%. Parsons' goal of financing for all. And Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars, too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Life can get in the way these days. We all know that. Work commitments, social commitments, volunteer commitments, family commitments. You put your heart into all of it. You've got enough to worry about already. Your roof shouldn't be one of those things. Everything should just work. But when your roof is in need of an upgrade, you shouldn't have to worry about that either. Modern Renovations, your 4-state roofing solution. Reminding you that home is where the heart really is.
Are you considering selling your home and don't know where to start? Then call Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. A Martinsburg High School graduate, Chris knows the local market, and he's proven it as #1 real estate team in West Virginia in 2019. Phone Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams at 304-579-7349 or go to callchrisross.com. Let's celebrate your real estate milestone together.
Welcome back here as the national anthem just concluded, making sure papers don't fly away here due to the wind as we get ready for your first pitch, brought to you by the Mortgage Center on Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg. One call will save you thousands. Call 304-267-9040. Getting ready for the top of the first inning as it looks like behind the plate's going to be Delegate Paul Espinosa, who is also great help there throughout the year on Talk Radio WRNR TV 10. You'll hear her multiple times as we get ready for the top of the first. Due up for Spring Mills will be Ring, Houghton, and Cole. The 1, 2, 3 for Spring Mills. Again on the mound for Martinsburg is Daisha Cook. Seeing her out there taking warm-ups right now. The right-handed pitcher has some speed. It will just be interesting to see how she does accuracy-wise and how well Spring Mills does. As we mentioned during the pre-game show, Spring Mills has dominated this series 21-1. And the one time that Martinsburg won was all the way in 2018. Final warm-up is underway. Making her strut to the right-handed batter's box, the leadoff batter is Ring. She comes in batting 143 as Martinsburg gives each other high fives there in the pitching circle. Gives the ball back to Cook. Gets back to the positions. Delegate Espinosa, the home plate umpire, gets to his spot. Your catcher and Hannon crouches down. And the first pitch underway here is low in the dirt for ball 1. First pitch at the time of 7:10. 1-0 the count to Ring. As Cook gets back into the pitching circle, staring over at her first baseman in Nichols. Pitch, fastball swung right through by Ring.
Yeah, way out in front.
For strike 1.
And Ring
wants the count.
Ring's dynamic, too. I remember her from last year. She gets on base, she's going to have the opportunity to cause trouble for the defense. Well, I remember one of the games last year, she walked and ended up stealing second and third. So having a leadoff hitter that can make plays is important.
Another pitch, this one below the knees and inside, taken for ball 2 by Ring. Puts the count at 2-1 against Ring. It's Cook. Behind the rubber inside the circle, steps back on top, sets the delivery, a high pitch above the head of Ring for ball 3. Count now 3-1 to Ring for Spring Mills as she glances over to Coach McGargy standing behind third base there. The pitch going to be inside, taken ball 4 by Ring, so it's going to be a lead-off walk to start things off here at Charlotte Prather Park.
Yeah, don't want to see that. I want to see him make him a hitter. Come on, let's throw it right down the middle here, and let's let the defense support the play.
That brings up the shortstop in Houghton. She comes into today's game with the best batting average for Spring Mills, 600 on the year. Squares down to bunt, pops it into the air, takes a couple steps forward is Abby Hannon, the catcher. She makes the catch for out number 1 and puts down Houghton and brings up Emily Cole.
Yeah, great play by the catcher. That's outstanding play. And of course, Ring with good awareness on first base. She could not advance. Oh no.
This pitch from Cook bowls its way to home plate for ball 1 to Cole. Cole might be the easiest player to identify as of right now, even though you can't see her number. She has a blue jacket on as she swings through this one, and a stolen base from Ring puts her safely, easily at second. But the count now 1-1 to Cole. Cole, pretty close up there in the batter's box, more towards the circle than the back of the box, and she hits a line drive to the left into the third base side, out of play, makes the count now 1 ball and 2 strikes for Cole against Daisha Cook.
Yeah, both Ring and Cole have, exhibited being out in front. So moving up in the box, I think is a good idea. Got to be patient at the plate now.
Cook's pitch inside goes off the glove of Hannon and then off the umpire at Espinosa. Advancing from second over to third base safely is Ring. The throw from Hannon to Jackson not in time. Makes the count now 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, and a runner on third here in the top of the first for Spring Mills. Cole in the box. Pitch from Cook. High fastball. Off the glove of Hannon again, but she keeps it in front of her. Count now full to Emily Cole with an opportunity to put Spring Mills up early. Cole stands ready in the batter's box. Cook on the rubber. The windup in the pitch. Swing and a miss. Drop third strike. The throw over to first base. Pulls Nichols off the bag. She's able to step back on for out number 2. But due to the drop third strike, advancing to home safely is Ring. Spring Mills now leads 1-0 in the top of the first with 2 out.
Other than drop the ball, not much you can do there. Ring definitely has wheels. An easy stand-up score on the put-out at first.
That'll bring up Shoosh. Clean-up hitter for Spring Mills in the box. Takes the first pitch high for ball 1. Shoosh has 1 RBI on the year, batting .333. First baseman for Spring Mills back in the box with a 1-0 count, nobody on base. Pitch from Cook. Fastball right down the middle for strike 1 to even the count at 1 apiece.
That's a good idea. I like the take sign there. Force yourself to be patient. Wait till you get a strike. Now you're ready. You've got it timed. Swing away.
Cook sends the pitch. Check swinging is Shoosh. Doesn't matter. It's still called a strike, so that's 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Shoosh. Calls time before getting back into the box.
Well, Cook took a little run towards the dugout. I think she thought that was a third strike.
Swing
she got it anyway.
Is the third strikeout. Back-to-back K's put down Spring Mills, but not before they get a run. That'll end the top of the first inning. Let's take a 1-minute break, and then we'll be back for the bottom of the first. This is West Virginia High School Softball and Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10.
Are you considering selling your home and don't know where to start? Then call Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. A Martinsburg High School graduate, Chris knows the local market, and he's proven it as #1 real estate team in West Virginia in 2019. Phone Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams at 304-579-7349 or go to callchrisross.com. Let's celebrate your real estate milestone together.
This is Matt Miller, along with my wife, Dale.
As homeowners, we've been through the mortgage process several times, and each time we went to Mark and Cheryl Savitt at the Mortgage Center.
They treat you like family with personal one-on-one service, walking with you through the process from application to settlement.
Plus, low interest rates and closing costs.
The Mortgage Center is on Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
Phone 304-267-9040.
Or online at mortgagefinancing.com. NMLS number 237527, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back here to Charlotte Prather Park. Colin McLaughlin for Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Alongside me is Jim Klein, due up from Martinsburg in the 1, 2, 3 spots is Hannon, Grove, and Henson. Pitching for Spring Mills, the freshman in Wetzel, and she has some firepower and
velocity.
There.
Yeah,
a lot of velocity. So we'll have to see how they do here in the field against Martinsburg. Spring Mills leads 1-0 after a lead-off walk to Ring in the top of the first, and Ring eventually making her way home on a couple of passed balls.
I think both teams should be happy with the way that top of the first turned out.
First pitch to Hannon from Wetzel, taking ball 1 on the outside of the plate. Hannon, the catcher. Pitch. Called strike 1 to Hannon. One is the count to Abby Hannon. Wire number 3, she swings right through this pitch for strike 2, makes the count 1 ball, 2 strikes as the ball in the dirt went by the glove of Brady. So have to keep an eye out for a possibility of a drop third strike here. Pitch. At the knees, goes by the glove of Brady all the way to the backstop.
And you called it.
And the drop third strike gets Hannon safely to first base. So nobody out, runner on first to bring up Grove. Grove with 1 RBI in the second spot. Stands into the right-handed box. First pitch going to be fouled over the dugout on the first base side for strike 1.
Now, is that a Cody's Auto Collision foul ball? Because did I hear glass break there?
I hope
Maybe not. Maybe not.
I don't think there's any glass.
I don't think that's a real sponsorship, though, is it? We should investigate that. Oh, there it goes again.
Second straight foul.
Oh, it almost hit him right in the head.
Dugout, so
yikes.
Makes no balls, 2 strikes for Grove against Wetzel. Now we have to wait for a new game ball to get back into the play. Brady catches it, and it's tossed back to Wetzel. Runner on first, nobody out in the bottom of the first. 1-0's your score. Spring Mills over Martinsburg. Wetzel, ball in the dirt, and stealing second safely is Hannon.
Defensive indifference?
1 ball, 2 strikes. Hannon now standing on second with nobody out. Grove is ready. Wind up in the pitch. Low 1 pass. Brady on the inside corner of the plate. Evens the count at 2 apiece as it hit the fence on the backstop. Advancing from second to third now is Hannon. So runner on third.
Yeah.
Martinsburg threatening with nobody out and a 2-2 count.
Yeah, both pitchers struggling a little bit with release points.
Wetzel. Ground ball by Grove over to the shortstop. Scooping it up as Houghton fires it over to Schuch. And it'll score a run. Hannon crosses the plate to tie things up at 1 apiece. Out at first is Grove for out number 1 to bring up Henson.
So both teams with a catching miscue that has resulted in good base running and a run. And that's what we're hoping to see. Not the miscues, but good base running and less mistakes. So right now, Spring Mills catcher just needs to put the ball in her glove.
Tied up at 1 apiece. Wetzel, first pitch, fouled over top of the backstop at a play for strike 1 to Henson. Henson, the center fielder for Martinsburg, bats .286, has 1 RBI on the year. 1 out, nobody on base here in the bottom of the first for Martinsburg. Shelby Henson back in the box for the second pitch against her. That one's going to be high and outside for ball 1. Evens the count at 1 apiece. It's Claire Wetzel checking her wristband on her catching arm to figure out which pitch to throw. Coming from the dugout there on the first base side. Wetzel.
Great pitch.
Pitch to Henson. It's going to be flown out into right field. Rolls all the way to the wall over top of Keller's glove. And it looks like it's going to be a stand-up triple for Henson with 1 out to bring up the cleanup hitter in Jackson.
Yeah, we talked about that in pregame for our loyal fans that were watching. The outfielders really have got to take that first step back. The wind is just vicious. Looking at the flag moving left to right, everything's carrying to that right side of the field. So the first step back, track it, and then make your charge if it's in front of you.
Yeah, Olivia Keller did not have the best jump on it as it was in right center field. The Jackson now can give Martinsburg the lead. Wetzel's pitch. Fastball outside, taking ball 1 to Jackson. Jackson already has 2 RBIs for Martinsburg. She leads the team in that category as well in batting average, batting .600 coming into today. Wetzel's pitch. Fastball right down the heart of the plate. Evens the count at 1 apiece with 1 out.
A pass ball here could very easily score a run. So Henson is really coming off third base.
Henson.
What did I say?
No, you're correct. I was just looking over. And a swing and a miss now from Jackson. Makes the count 1 ball and 2 strikes. Forgot for a brief second that the rules are for softball that you can't lead off the base since it's shorter base paths.
Right, but once the ball leaves her hand,
yes, that is correct.
And watch the jump.
As line
and this is in. There it is.
Over the head of
Not
the
sure why
baseman.
she stopped.
It's going to be an RBI single for Jackson. Martinsburg takes the lead 2-1 in the bottom of the first. Jackson advances to first base there with a bloop single over the head of Vermillion. That'll bring up Nichols. Nichols bats .250 on the year. First pitch fouled off over the backstop on the first base side at a play for strike 1 to the first baseman and Nichols. Still 1 out here in the bottom of the first. Martinsburg now leads 2-1 against Spring Mills.
Yeah, Martinsburg's making good contact. I mean, a lot of foul balls. As the game progresses, they're going to get that timing down.
Strike 2 on the pitch from Wetzel. Puts Nichols 0-2 against Wetzel now, behind in the count.
I don't think Nichols agreed with that, but then again, when the delegate makes the call.
It has to be right then. Does it become law?
That's a good
Called
one.
Strike 3. Down goes Nichols on 3 straight pitches for out number 2. And that'll bring up the shortstop in Jastin. 2 outs, runner on first in the bottom of the first. It's 2-1. Martinsburg leads. Jastin bats .200. Thank you, Spencer, there. I'm trying. It keeps moving on me. I might have to eventually take the hat off as Wetzel pitch low for ball 1. Past the glove of Brady. And the pass ball goes to the backstop, so advancing from first to second is Jackson. Jackson now in scoring position. Jastin, an RBI opportunity. He has not had an RBI yet in the 3 games so far this season. Fastball below the knees for ball 2 to Jastin from Wetzel.
Now, which one is Action Jackson or is it Action Jackson?
I'll let you decide.
You hate my puns.
Is that really a pun or
Not
is that
really.
just rhyming?
No, it was a very popular movie in the 80s.
That is true. Wetzel's pitch down the middle. Called a strike against Jastin.
That's right. I'm sorry, Colin. You weren't even alive.
That's also true. Nobody else on the crew except for you was alive as this one
That's
fouled
true.
off down the first base line. Evens the count at 2 apiece. Great contact there for Jastin. If it was fair, that could have possibly
Big
been
trouble.
a double down the line to score Jackson. It's 2-1 in the bottom of the first. Martinsburg leads Spring Mills here in this softball action at Charlotte Prather Park. Wetzel puts her right foot on the rubber. The delivery.
Good pitch.
Swing and a miss. Down goes Jastin to end the inning. But Martinsburg leads 2-1 after 1. Let's take a 1-minute break. This is West Virginia High School Softball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Are you considering selling your home and don't know where to start? Then call Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. A Martinsburg High School graduate, Chris knows the local market, and he's proven it as #1 real estate team in West Virginia in 2019. Phone Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams at 304-579-7349 or go to callchrisross.com. Let's celebrate your real estate milestone together.
This is Matt Miller, along with my wife, Dale.
As homeowners, we've been through the mortgage process several times, and each time we went to Mark and Cheryl Savitt at the Mortgage Center.
They treat you like family with personal one-on-one service, walking with you through the process from application to settlement.
Plus, low interest rates and closing costs.
The Mortgage Center is on Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
Phone 304-267-9040.
Or online at mortgagefinancing.com. NMLS number 237527, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back here. Colin McLaughlin on the call for Talk Radio WRNR and TV10. We head into the second inning between Spring Mills and Martinsburg as the Bulldogs lead 2-1. Due up for Spring Mills, Wetzel, Vermillion, and Brady. Jim, after one, it's been a low-scoring affair, but both teams have put runs on the board. What do you expect here for inning number 2?
I feel bad for the pitchers because release point is so important, and when your fingers are real cold, like in this type of situation, what I keep seeing is hands to the mouth. I watch as their hand passes their leg. You watch to see where the release point is, and I'm seeing both pitchers struggle at different times with how they're gripping the ball. I mean, last Saturday was 75 degrees. We were talking in pregame. We're sitting outside at 75 degrees. And tonight, although, it says the Gary Kelly weather report is 53 degrees, I'm not sure, I believe in weather.com. It feels like it's in the mid-40s with this wind.
Yeah, and it will continue to drop throughout the evening as this game progresses. We're in the second inning. It is Wetzel up to bat now. The pitcher for Spring Mills is the leadoff batter in the second inning. Going to try to do our best here to get Spring Mills to either tie the game or take the lead here in the top of the second. First pitch from Cook hits the left foot of Wetzel as she advances the first base safely on the first pitch of this inning.
Yeah, she's keeping her hand in her pocket as long as she possibly can. I really do feel bad for Cook. And clearly she's struggling a little bit right now. And as a freshman, there's some mental toughness that comes from this with the experience.
Brings up Vermillion. Vermillion, the right-handed batter. Another pitch inside from Cook. Goes off the backstop. So advancing from second safely to third. Sliding in is Wetzel. Called safe. So a 2-bag steal on the pitch with nobody out. Runner on third in Wetzel. Vermillion with a 1-0 count to her in the top of the second inning. Cook adjusting the dirt there in the pitching circle.
Checking the runner is the play.
Pitch, a change up, scoring up to bunt is Vermillion. It's going to go and roll behind home plate and out of play for the foul ball to even things up at 1 apiece.
I like watching plays like that to see how the defense adjusts. And what you saw was the second baseman sprinting towards first pitcher and third sprinting towards the ball. Didn't see the shortstop move. I'd like to see her move towards third base.
Vermillion
as she is now.
Squares the bunt again on the pitch from Cook. Pulls the bat back in time for a ball. Runner still on third. Count 3 balls and 1 strike to Vermillion. Pitch.
Good bunt.
Vermillion bunts it right back to the pitcher. Cook going to just fire it over to first base for the out. But advancing home is Wetzel to tie things up at 2 apiece. So 2-2 now in the top of the second. That'll bring up Brady with nobody on base and 1 out. So the 1-3 fielder's choice brings up the catcher and Brady. Brady, another right-handed batter for Spring Mills. Cook. Pitch. Right down the middle for strike 1. 16 pitches in the first inning for Cook so far. She's had 7 here in this inning. The 8th one going to be a grounder right off the glove of Cook. Unable to handle it. And that's going to allow Brady to run it over to first base safely on the error by the pitcher. Now to bring up O'Neill, the designated player, bats 400.
They were struggling with the scoreboard a little bit.
Lefty in the box takes the pitch from Cook outside for ball 1. Cook standing in the left-handed batter's box, ready for Cook's pitch to O'Neill. Swing and a miss from O'Neill evens the things up at 1 apiece. 2-2's your score in the top of the second inning. Wind a little less powerful now, but still constant from the backstop all the way over to the first base side. It's this pitch. 1 hops home plate in the dirt for ball 2. 2-1's the count to O'Neill. Runner on first base with 1 out. O'Neill steps back in the box. Daisha Cook in the circle. Sets. Wind up in the pitch. This one high. Stealing second is the runner on first. Brady slides in as the throw to Mann. Up at her head. She can't put the tag down in time, so stealing second safely is Brady. And that makes the count 3-1 to O'Neill with a runner in scoring position and 1 out in the top of the second. It's 2-2 between Spring Mills and Martinsburg. And a ball ripped down the third baseline. Stays fair all the way to the wall. Advancing from second to home is Brady, and a stand-up double as the throw comes into the infield is O'Neill. The lead now goes to Spring Mills. 3-2's the score in the top of the second.
Yeah, and I think this is what we promised you in the pregame. What we're seeing is, both teams taking advantage of their bats at the plate. The ball just got by the left fielder, ended up in a situation where it cost a run.
And a grounder past the glove of Cook from Root over to second base. And fires it to Nichols in time for out number 2. Advancing from second to third is O'Neill. That'll bring the top of the lineup back up in ring for Spring Mills. So the 4-3 fielder's choice makes it 2 outs. Spring Mills in the lead. Cook as swing for the foul ball off the foot of Ring down the third base line as Ring trying to shake off her left foot there. Gets back in the box with the count 0-1.
That can't feel good. I mean, it's chilly. Every type of contact like that it just stings extra.
Well, at least the rest of the game she'll probably be able to feel her toes.
Right.
It'll just be painful. Ring walked in her last at bat there in the top of the first. She grounds this one over to the third baseman. Jackson scoops it up, fires it across the diamond to Nichols. In time for out number 3, so that's going to stop another run to cross the plate. And we'll head to the bottom of the second. Spring Mills leads Martinsburg 3-2 after this 1-minute break. This is West Virginia High School Softball and Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg has a brand new list of daily specials. Monday, stop on in for burger night or enjoy a nice juicy steak every Tuesday and Wednesday. The Palace Lounge also offers freshly steamed shrimp Thursdays and chef specials every Friday and Saturday. Sunday is all-day breakfast and there are drink specials daily too. So come enjoy the Palace Lounge. You can find them on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard.
A reputation for caring, a legacy of service. At Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations, it's been our story since 1880. A family-owned business, we support the needs and wishes of families. We offer traditional services, as well as many options for cremation, customized remembrances, and pre-planning. Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations retains its family atmosphere and stays true to its roots. Contact us for advanced planning, or at your time of loss. We're here when you need us.
Back for the bottom of the second inning.
Sorry.
You're fine, Jim.
Giant breeze. I mean, it just blew right through me. Sorry about that.
You're all right. Due up for Martinsburg, man. Kirkland Cook. These 7, 8, 9 batters due up for the Bulldogs to start the bottom of the second inning. The Bulldogs trail by 1 against Spring Mills. Man, second baseman, step into the right-handed box against Wetzel. Wetzel, 25 pitches in so far. 17 of them were strikes there in the first. First pitch. Fastball, high and outside to Mann for ball 1.
But she's got all kinds of speed on that, man. She is humming it by there.
Wetzel puts the ball in front of her, now into her glove. The pitch right down the heart of the plate for strike 1 to even things up to Mann at 1-1 from Wetzel. Wetzel, only a freshman here for Spring Mills. You heard in the pregame interview that Coach McGargy expects her to be a superstar here her senior year as Mann swings through this one for strike 2 to make the count at 1-2. And you can already see some firepower in her arm. It'll just be a matter of time before that accuracy comes with it.
Absolutely.
Third one fouled off over to the fence at the first base side. He keeps the count at 1-2. for man.
That almost looked like one of those slap shot type attacks there at the plate, the way that her feet were moving in the box before she made contact.
Pitch from Wetzel. Swing and a miss. Down goes man for out number 1 in the bottom of the second. That's the third punch out by Wetzel tonight. Brings up the right fielder in Kirkland. Hustles out of the third base dugout into the right-handed batter's box. Interesting little routine there for Wetzel, but it works for her as she puts that fastball high, swing and a miss from Kirkland for strike 1. Kind of puts the ball in her right hand in front of her to show it to the catcher, and then kind of goes in a stance with her glove and ball in between the hips on each side as this pitch outside for ball 2.
Yeah, but pitching camps, they teach repetition, so she's established, much like going to the free throw line, you have your exact same routine every time you're going to shoot a free throw, and she's doing that.
Yep, as she looks at her wristband, routine, swing and a miss from Kirkland for strike number 2. 1-2's the count with 1 out in the bottom of the second.
Yeah, she pulls her elbows.
No, they called that strike 3. I thought the first one was a ball, but it looks like that will be 3 straight strikes. My apologies for out number 2. So that is 4 strikeouts now, back-to-back here this inning. Brings up Cook. Wetzel. That one will be taken for ball 1 against Cook. Wetzel trying to go and make Martinsburg 3 up, 3 down here in the bottom of the second. This pitch inside for ball 2 to Cook. Cook, the other pitcher in tonight's match.
Always like these showdowns, pitcher versus pitcher.
And so this time outside for ball 3. After pretty good at-bats, pitching-wise for Wetzel in the first 2 to get back-to-back strikeouts. She's now behind the count against Cook, 3-0. Pitch right down the middle, strike 1 to Cook to make the count now 3-1. So Wetzel wants to get back in the dugout and stay warm just like everybody else here trying to stay warm as the wind continues to blow, and with no sun, it's pretty chilly here at Charlotte Prather. Wetzel. Pitch called strike
corner.
as
Cook
well
didn't like it.
On the inside corner. It's the count full now, 2 outs, nobody on base. It's 3-2. Spring Mills leads Martinsburg. Cook back in the box. Wetzel sets. Pitch. Called ball 4 right at the eyes of Cook. She'll advance to first base on the base on balls, and that'll send us back to the top of the lineup with Hannon, who struck out in her last at bat. Hannon looks over to Coach Jones for the signal. Runner on first. Takes a couple practice swings before stepping into the right-handed box.
It took her a second to get her catching gear off.
Wetzel's first pitch swung through by Hannon for strike 1.
Look, did you see that jump by Cook? She was halfway to say, should have just went.
Yeah, you got to test out the catcher here in these instances because so far nobody's been caught stealing. 0-1 count to Hannon. Pitch fouled off to the backstop behind home plate for strike 2. 2 outs in the bottom of the second. Hannon trying to keep the at-bat this half inning alive for Martinsburg. Wetzel, pitch, swing and a miss. Down goes Hannon into the glove of Haley Brady, the catcher, for the 3rd out. That's going to end this second inning. No runs crossed the plate, 3 strikeouts, 1 walk, no hits. 1 left on base for Martinsburg. At the end of 2, it's 3-2 Spring Mills. Take a 1-minute break. This is West Virginia High School Softball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Hagerstown Ford continues to be your leader in car sales up and down the I-81 corridor. We will beat any and all competitors' prices, and we've made buying a new car easier than ever with 1-day delivery better than Amazon and a return policy better than Walmart. Your satisfaction is our guarantee. If you don't like it, simply return it and we'll come pick it up. No questions asked. Why would you shop anywhere else? At Hagerstown Ford, we take great pride in our community and supporting our local student athletes. That's why Hagerstown Ford is the official car dealership of Shepherd Rams quarterback Tyson Bagent. Our remote buying process has made new car shopping so easy, you'll never even set foot in a dealership. Simply go to HagerstownFord.com and click on the car you want to buy it, or use the Axle Auto app. It's that easy. You can order your new car on any device. Go to HagerstownFord.com and get your new car signed, sealed, and delivered from Hagerstown Ford.
Welcome back to Charlotte Prather Park. Colin McLaughlin here alongside me is Jim Klein. Give a big shout out to our workers tonight. Executive producer Spencer Dupuy over there staying warm. Avery Newport definitely staying warm since he has my coat. And then at the studio,
really warm.
You know, the warmest out of all of us is Nick Verzolini, unless he doesn't have the heat on, but he probably does. And if he doesn't, he's going to do so now since I reminded him to. Head to the top of the third, due up, Houghton, Cole, Shoosh for Spring Mills. It's 3-2. Jim?
Yeah, I got a shout-out. Can we do a shout-out?
Sure.
Hey, did you see who signed today at WVU Tech?
I did not.
Volleyball player, Yukari.
All right.
Yukari signs. You know, she was a defensive specialist. Loved her back row play. And wish her absolutely the best of luck at WVU Tech.
Congrats to her as we are ready to start the top of the third. It's Houghton in the right-handed box getting ready to go. She flew out to the catcher in her last at-bat on the first pitch when she squared down to bunt, and it just went straight into the air. First pitch from Cook, inside, below the knees, taken ball one by Houghton. It's 3-2. During the break, if you can see at least on TV 10 there, in the first base side, the scoreboard says 8-2. We mentioned it a little bit in the pregame show as this pitch from Cook inside of the plate as well, again for ball two. Brand new, so it keeps switching between the 8 and the 3 for the guest score. It is 3-2, but if you're watching on TV 10 or our YouTube page and see there in the outfield it says 8-2, it's because it's a brand new scoreboard and they're still trying to get some glitches fixed out of it.
Yeah, it changes automatically whenever he adds anything else. Like he adds a ball, it changes the guest score to 8. It's not human error. There's a glitch. They're working on that. St. Peter's currently up, tied with Purdue, 23-23, according to executive producer Spencer Dupuy. Wow, Cinderella story continues.
March Madness, always got to love it. I think it might be in our sports mix bracket challenge between you and me as ball 4 over the head of the batter in Houghton, over the head of the catcher in Hannon, for the leadoff walk.
Apparently, it is National Peacock Day, according to Nick Verzolini.
St. Peter's is going to win. Oh, my gosh. Why didn't we have that on the sports mix? It's National Peacock Day?
That's how you know, man.
That's how you know that you got to go St. Peter's. All right, up to bat now, Emily Cole. Pitch from Cook, high for a ball. The throw from Hannon over to second base is attempting to steal as Houghton. She stands up safely on second base. Ball 1 to Cole.
Yeah, and early in the season, they're still working out that exchange from pitcher to catcher, throwing it down to second base. You hope to see that improve a little bit as the season wears on.
Cook. Pitch on the outside corner, called strike by Delegate Espinosa. Evens the count at 1-1. That's who he is, Spencer. He's Delegate Espinosa.
It's hard to look at him as anything else. And I call him Paul.
It's this one from Cole, fouled off over to the third base dugout for strike 2. Makes the count 1-2 to Cole. Cole struck out on a drop, third strike in the top of the first inning on 6 pitches. Has her runner on second now with nobody out and a 1-2 count to Cole. Daisha Cook sets the windup pitch. Called strike 3, drop third strike. Cole didn't realize it. Hannon throws it over to first. Nichols catches it. And due to a little lapse in both the catcher and the base runner, advancing from second to third safely is Houghton. But it's still 1 out now, bringing up Shoosh.
Yeah, I don't know if we lost track of the pitch count there, because if she tags her, there's a play at third. Throwing it down to first gave the base runner full opportunity
It's the third strikeout now for Cook as this pitch above the shoulders of Shoosh for ball one. It's 3-2 Spring Mills leads here in the top of the third at Charlotte Prather Park. Shoosh back into the box. Big right-handed batter struck out in her last at bat against Cook in the top of the first. That's how things ended. Pitch. One hops off the plate, goes behind the backstop, and it looks like the runner on third, Houghton, going to decide to stay at third. She was halfway down the base path and hesitated and just went back. So 2 balls, no strikes. Runner on third.
Got to listen to that base coach. I'm not sure if he was saying wait or go, but my goodness, she could have walked in, I think, at that point.
Yeah, our ears are pretty covered with a headset and toboggan on. Swing and a miss from Shoes for strike one. So the only thing that we can really hear between Jim and myself is each other. So if anybody else says anything, we're going to have to apologize and repeat it in between innings. So
unless the executive producer gives you that look, then you know you better listen.
Grounder down the third baseline and foul. Evens the count up to Shoosh at 2 apiece against Cook.
It's way out in front, way out in front. Got to just be patient there in the box.
It was a few feet, though, from hitting the bag, and if it does that, it's a fair ball, and runner scores.
Absolutely.
2-2's the count, 1 out, top of the third. Runner on third base for Spring Mills as they lead against Martinsburg. Cook, pitch. Grounder right back to Cook. She's going to check the runner, and it looks like they're going to call foul ball there as it hit the foot of Shoosh. So the dead ball keeps the count at 2 apiece. As we wait for Shoosh to shake things off there. Have had that happened twice now, fouled off the foot. We even had a hit by pitch go on a foot as well. And when it's cold, everything hurts just a little bit more. Cook's pitch to Shoosh at eye level, called ball. So that will make the count now at 3-2 to Shoosh. Top of the third, Shoosh back into the box. 1 out, runner on third. You'll expect her to be running at the crack of the bat if we have one. Cook sets. Payoff pitch. Fouled off. And we'll keep things going here in this at-bat. The 8th pitch about to come. It's a 3-2 count. We've had 2 foul balls, 2 strikes, 3 balls to Shoosh.
Here it is, the payoff pitch.
Cook sets. Staring at her catcher, Hannon, the pitch.
Oh, my.
High off the glove of Hannon. Running from third home safely is Houghton. And the walk as nobody guarding second base. So base on balls advances Shoosh to first. She sees the opportunity and takes second. It's 4-2 Spring Mills.
Yeah, just a momentary lapse of concentration. Got to pay attention. Everybody should be moving on every play.
That brings up Wetzel. And Wetzel's the one that got hit by the pitch in her last at-bat off her left foot. So 1 out. Runner on second for Spring Mills. They lead by 2. Wetzel squares down to bunt. It's going to go through the legs of the catcher, Hannon to the backstop. Shoosh stealing on the pitch. Now safe at third base. 1 ball, no strike to Wetzel. Wetzel saying it hit her thigh. Home plate umpire saying it didn't see it. So it'll remain a ball instead of a hit by pitch. It's Cook. Rubs the ball off on her thigh. The pitcher sets on the circle. And it's going to be a called ball to Wetzel to make the count now 2 balls and no strikes.
Yeah, I didn't see what appeared to be contact for the HBP.
Would have been the second HBP, both against Wetzel, if it was, but it was not. As she fouls this one off her leg out of play in front of us, make the count now 2 balls and 1 strike to Wetzel. Shoosh is on third for Spring Mills. They lead 4-2 against Martinsburg. Both teams seeking win number 1 on the year. It's both 0-3 right now. Cook's pitch.
2-2.
Little change up. Evens the count at 2 apiece, as you just heard from Jim.
Yeah, I do like the way that the umpire is making sure that it's well communicated.
Cook sets in the rubber. Her pitch, swing and a miss from Wetzel.
Good angle.
Throwing over to first base on the drop third strike. So down goes Wetzel, but advancing home after the throw is Schuch. It's now 5-2 Spring Mills with 2 outs and nobody on base to bring up Vermillion. It's another strikeout. That is 2 here in this inning. Total of 4 for Cook. But 2 runs have scored on those drop third strikes in this third inning as the first pitch called strike 1 to Vermillion. Spring Mills leads 5-2 against Martinsburg. It's Cook ahead in the count against Vermillion, and Vermillion grounds this one down the third base line. Before Jackson can scoop it up, it goes foul, make the count 0-2. Top of the third inning here at Charlotte Prather Park.
She dug that out of the dirt.
And Cook trying to get Martinsburg back up to bat. Vermillion ready for the pitch from Cook. Rips it over the second baseman. Man off the glove, scoops it up, fires it to Nichols at first for the final out of this half inning, but not before 2 runs cross the plate there on no hits but 2 walks. Spring Mills leads Martinsburg 5-2. We'll head to the bottom of the third after this 1-minute break. This is West Virginia High School Softball and Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg has a brand new list of daily specials. Monday, stop on in for burger night or enjoy a nice juicy steak every Tuesday and Wednesday. The Palace Lounge also offers freshly steamed shrimp Thursdays and chef specials every Friday and Saturday. Sunday is all-day breakfast and there are drink specials daily too. So come enjoy the Palace Lounge. You can find them on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard.
See that Honda badge? It reveals more than the Ridgeline's maker. It's a testament to endurance and Honda ingenuity. So when the terrain ahead is full of challenges, brace yourself. The Honda Ridgeline is about to amaze you. Rise to the challenge with the rugged performance of the Honda Ridgeline.
CMA's Honda of Winchester, 3985 Valley Pike. CMA, moving lives forward.
Welcome back here to Charlotte Prather Park. Bottom of the third we go. Due up Grove, Henson, Jackson for Martinsburg. Spring Mills leads 5-2 against Martinsburg after back-to-back 2-run innings in the top of the second and third for the Cardinals. First pitch fouled off for strike 1 to Grove. Actually, it looks like we might have a pinch hitter here for Martinsburg. Have to check who it is as this pitch outside taken for a ball.
Anna Grove.
No, I was correct. It is Anna Grove. My apologies. Should have stayed with it there.
You're doing
1-1
great.
The count to Grove as she keeps the bat back on the check swing. 2-1 count to the leadoff batter.
Doc, you have worked in all kinds of adversity. You are doing a great job.
It's fine. I just had the wrong number down for her for some reason. That was my mistake. Wetzel's pitch.
Ooh.
High and outside, taken ball 3 by Grove.
Remember that game that you ran like an entire half of a football game broadcast on your cell phone?
I didn't announce that game, but I do remember it. That was the Martinsburg-Bridgeport playoff football game this past season as Wetzel's pitch. Going to be hit by Grove.
Just foul.
Down the first baseline, slicing foul at the last second to make the count full at 3-2 for Grove.
Man, great camera work there. That's fantastic.
Brand new camera setup for those of you tuning in for the first time this season. Have some cameras that can hook up to the fence so you can finally see through it for the first time on TV 10. So if you're tuned in for the first time, we hope you enjoyed. And if you're a regular, we hope you enjoyed as well. Called strike 3 to Grove from Wetzel. Caught looking for out number 1 to start off the bottom of the third inning. That brings up Henson. Sixth strikeout, tonight for the freshman in Wetzel in the Spring Mills Lady Cardinals.
Yeah, after a little bit of rattling in the first inning, Wetzel's calmed down.
Henson fouls this one out of play for strike one. Henson, last at bat was the triple there into right center field, so the outfield is backed up a little bit as well as the infield for Spring Mills. Wetzel in the circle. The delivery, it's going to be a chopper, fouled on the third base side for strike number 2 to Henson. Henson picks up her bat. It's back over here behind the right-handed batter's box, takes a couple practice swings before stepping back into the box. Wetzel waiting the batter to be ready. The pitch, swing and a miss, back-to-back strikeouts for Wetzel. The 7th one so far. That makes it 2 outs. And due up to bat is Jackson. Jackson singled in her last at bat. Right-handed batter ready for pitch number 1 from Wetzel. Fastball high and outside, taken ball 1 by Jackson. Wetzel trying to make Martinsburg go 3 up, 3 down. Similar start to last inning. This pitch catches the inside corner of the plate for strike 1 to even things up. Last inning, it went strikeout, strikeout, walk before the 3rd strikeout. Right now she has 2 strikeouts. Let's see if she can make it 3 straight. Nobody on base. The pitch from Wetzel. Right at the knees for strike 2 to Jackson.
Yeah, she's definitely working the entire plate. She went high and outside, inside, low and away, the last 2 called strikes.
5-2 Spring Mills leads. The pitch from Wetzel fouled over to the first base dugout.
Yeah.
Keeps the count at 1-2 to Jackson.
Yeah, what ends up happening is Jackson's got to be much more aggressive at the plate because of you know the high and outside, working both corners, then coming back high and outside. Jackson almost guessing.
Jackson steps back into the box. Wetzel sets the pitch. Just inside.
Framed.
Keeps the count at 2-2. Impressive catching work there by Haley Brady to keep the ball in her glove.
Yeah, she framed that. She wanted delegate umpire to look at that for an extra second.
Wetzel's pitch. Swing and a miss.
Wow.
Down goes Jackson for the 3rd straight strikeout to end this inning. 3 up, 3 down go Martinsburg. Head to the 4th inning. 5-2 Spring Mills leads.
Hi, this is Rob Mario. Larry DeMarco, broker of Modern Realty Results, believes he has some of the best real estate agents in the Eastern Panhandle. Agents at Modern Realty Results have years of experience and knowledge of the local real estate market. Agents within the office work as a team to provide quality customer service. We strive to always ensure client satisfaction through handling every transaction with honesty and integrity, all while offering competitive rates. Modern Realty Results is veteran-owned and managed. Please call 304-262-4222, modernrealtyresults.com.
Mayhem is everywhere.
I'm your new bangs, and you can't stop staring at me. That's it. Just tilt the rearview mirror over here. And while you're checking me out more times than a library book, your car is wandering into that lane over there. More bangs? Neat. And if you've got cut rate insurance, you could be paying for this yourself. So get Allstate.
Call Martinsburg Allstate agent Gary Kelly today at 304-263-4596.
Stay warm. Back at Charlotte Prather Park, top of the 4th we go. O'Neill, Root, Ring. The 8-9-1 batters due up for Spring Mills. Colin McLaughlin on the call here for high school softball action. Alongside me is Jim Klein for the first time this softball season, as it's our first softball game on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10 this year after back-to-back postponements for Martinsburg Musselman. Executive producer tonight is Spencer Dupuis. Cameraman's Avery Newport. Back at the studios, Nick Verzolini. It's 5-2. Spring Mills leads Martinsburg, and you might have heard Spencer yelp out there that he's jealous of Nick enjoying the warmth of our studio there on Eagle School Road. But just got to think warm thoughts to stay warm,
Yes,
Spencer.
I'm not wishing frostbite on anyone.
It's Cook, pitcher still for Martinsburg. Pitch high to O'Neill for ball 1. Deja, so far, 57 pitches in for Martinsburg, and has 4 strikeouts to her name this evening as the second pitch to O'Neill, called ball 2.
I think this is Brady batting, not O'Neill, but
you were correct.
We're close.
I had it backwards.
That's
there.
okay. We're
Thank
good.
You.
Nope, we're good. The only reason, my son's name is Brady. Shameless plug, but it's true.
It's a 2-0 count to Brady. She fouls that off the top of the fence on the first base dugout for strike 1. 2 balls and 1 strike to the catcher and Brady. Advanced to first base and later scored in the top of the first. She advanced to first safely off an error by Daisha Cook.
We got 5-2 here, top of the 4th, right?
That's correct, as Brady hits this one into right field. Running in on it is Kirkland. She makes the catch for out number 1. Down goes Brady to start the top of the 4th. That'll bring up O'Neill, who I thought was up to bat, but is so now. She hit a double to left field in her last at bat. So O'Neill coming into today, batting .400, the left-handed batter in the box. Cook sets. Pitch. Low and outside, taking ball 1 to O'Neill.
Yeah, the left side of the defense needs to be prepared. I like seeing the hot corner wearing face gear, especially with that last shot up the third baseline.
Cook adjusting her feet before taking a stance on the rubber in the circle. Cook's pitch, change up, swing and a miss from O'Neill. Makes the count now 1-1. Change up, working that time for Cook. Let's see if she does it again or this time speeds things up a little bit. This one low, breaking outside. Called a ball to O'Neill. 2-1's the count. 1 out, nobody on base for Spring Mills in the top of the 4th. Cook now over 60 pitches this evening. The pitch, swing and a miss from O'Neill, evens the count up at 2 apiece. Opportunity now here for Cook to get the 5th strikeout of the evening and 2 outs with nobody on base as well, if she can do so. Cook's pitch,
Wind's
high
changed.
and outside. As right as she was pitching there, a huge gust of wind came through.
And it's changed. It's hitting us, and it's hitting me in the back right now. It looks like it's blowing straight out right field. Left-hander gets a little turn on this.
Could be going over that fence. Payoff pitch. Just outside, taking ball 4 for O'Neill. So the base on balls will bring up Rebecca Root. 1 out, 1 on base. Root grounded to the second baseman in a fielder's choice in her last at bat on the first pitch. Big right-handed batter in the box. The first pitch from Cook and hits her foot. So the hit by pitch now will have runners on first and second for Spring Mills. Top of the order we go now to Ring. Ring 0 for 1 today, as she grounded out to the third baseman. Her last at bat and before that walked and later scored in the top of the first. 5-2, Spring Mills on top of Martinsburg in the top of the 4th inning. Cook's pitch ripped right in between the shortstop and the second baseman into center field, and that's going to be a double for Ring. Scoring from second base all the way home is O'Neill. Spring Mills leads 6-2.
Yeah, Ring's average coming into this game at 143 is not what I expected to see. What we've seen so far in the game today, however, Ring's making contact and she's working her magic on the base path.
That'll bring up Houghton. 6-2. Spring Mills leads Martinsburg in the top of the 4th inning. Runners on second and third with 1 out. Scoring the bunt is Houghton. Goes off the leg of the catcher, and she can't find it, but her third baseman does. Nobody advances. Hannon getting some help from Jackson. Ball 1 to Houghton.
A little bit of fun, having a little bit of fun right there.
Hannon was like, where is it?
Yeah.
Jackson says right
Right
here.
here.
Points down at her feet. Scoring a bunt again is Houghton. It's the pitch. Called a strike. Evens the count at 1 apiece for Cook against Houghton. Houghton walked in her last at bat in the third inning. She led things off for the Lady Cardinals. Squares to bunt again. Fouls this one off behind home plate for strike number 2. 1 ball, 2 strike, 1 out. Runner on third base for Spring Mills is Root. Runner on second is Ring after the RBI double. Houghton trying to get her 3rd RBI of the season. Pitch from Cook. It's going to be a grounder over to Jackson at third. She's going to fire it over to first base. Nichols catches it in time for the out, but advancing safe at home is Root. 7-2 Spring Mills leads Martinsburg. Also, from second over to third safely is Ring, but there's 2 outs after the fielder's choice to bring up Emily Cole.
Yep, 7-2 the score right now. Martinsburg needs to get this out. Focus on the batter.
First pitch to Cole from Cook. Going to be a grounder. Sliding forward is the shortstop in Jastin. Past her glove into center field. RBI single for Cole on the first pitch. Makes it 8-2 Spring Mills.
Well, it was inevitable that the scoreboard eventually would be 8-2.
That's true, as they still, though, have it run behind, I believe, at 7-2.
There it is, 8-2. It's been 8-something all day. Finally, it's 8-2.
That'll bring up Shush, clean-up hitter for the Cardinals. She walked in her last at bat. Cook sets. Pitch inside for a strike. And stealing second is Cole, safely. 2 outs, runner on second now for Spring Mills. As they lead 8-2 against Martinsburg in the top of the 4th. Cook's pitch, high, called ball to Shush to even the things up at 1 apiece. Shush struck out to end the first inning. As I already said, there in the third, walked and later scored.
Nice play by Hannon, though. Good catch, then walked the ball out, look her back.
Cook, high change up, stealing is Cole all the way safe to third. No throw from Abby Hannon. And now a runner on third base. The count 2-1 for Shush. And it's already a 6-run lead for the Lady Cardinals. And a runner 60 feet away from making it 9-2. Cook's pitch off the glove of Hannon. Cole easily scoring. Spring Mills leads 9-2 against Martinsburg.
Yeah, tough one hop. Tough to control that.
Count now 3-1 to Shush.
All you can do is stay square and try to block it. Tough hop.
Shush trying to advance to first and back-to-back base on balls in her back-to-back at-bats. Cook sets. Pitch. Going to be ripped down the third baseline and foul by Shush. Make it 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on base for Spring Mills. Here in the top of the 4th, it's the ball retrieved by Jackson for Daisha Cook. Martinsburg can get back up to bat if it's a strike or a put out. Cook, pitch inside corner, called ball 4. Shush eventually realizes that it's ball 4. Might have heard me say it. She makes her way over to first base to bring up Wetzel. Wetzel steps into the right-handed box. It's Cook. Seems like she's getting a little bit tired out there in the pitcher's circle. First pitch, low, off Hannon's glove for ball 1 to Wetzel.
Well, I didn't think that was that low, the way that the catcher moved the glove.
Might have been inside as well.
Yeah, could be. Tough angle.
Nonetheless, 1-0 count to Wetzel. It's Cook's pitch. This time outside, called ball 2. 4-run inning so far for Spring Mills as they now lead 7-2 against Martinsburg. 9-2.
You just did quick math.
Quick incorrect math, though. As this pitch in the dirt for a ball, 3-0 now to Wetzel. Wetzel so far has been hit by a pitch as well as struck out on a drop third strike in her at-bats. 3-0 count. And this one hits Wetzel. So now runner on first and second for Spring Mills. With 2 out. And that'll bring up Vermillion.
Have a little powwow on the mound. Give Cook a little confidence here. Shake it off. Concentrate on the strike. She's going to be fine. Get out of this inning.
So with Vermillion up to bat here in this 4th inning, Spring Mills will officially bat around the lineup card.
Yeah, when it's chilly like this, you're just tense up. Everything. Holding the ball. So much pressure on the freshman. She's doing a good job. Just needs to calm down. Throw a strike here.
Cook's first pitch to Vermillion, swing and a miss for strike 1. Vermillion wanted to send that over the outfield wall for a 3-run homer on that swing.
Yeah, it's a big cut. Big cut. But it's a good pitch, so.
Cook's pitch. This one hit at second base off the glove of Mann as she drops it to the dirt, and that's going to score 1 on the error by the second baseman, and runners will be on the corners. It's now 10-2 Spring Mills. That'll bring up Brady for a second at bat here in the 4th. As it looks like, baseball-wise, it is 9-3 Martinsburg leading Spring Mills. Brady takes the first pitch from Cook, high for a ball.
Oh, so they batted around.
Yes. 1-0. Runners on first and second for the Cardinals. It's 10-2 in the top of the 4th. It's Cook adjusting some dirt in front of the rubber there in the pitcher circle. Cook's pitch.
Good pitch.
Fouled off by Brady for strike 1 to make the count at 1-1. As the ball getting retrieved now after the foul ball to even the count at 1 apiece for Brady. Brady, to start things off here in the top of the 4th, flew out to right field. It's Cook's pitch. Going to be grounded over to the shortstop, underneath her glove into center field. And that's going to be a 1 RBI double for Brady to make it 11-2 Spring Mills over Martinsburg. The bats coming alive for the Cardinals here in this 4th inning.
And Cook is showing some signs of fatigue. She's taking a lot more time between pitches. She seems really concentrating, really trying to reestablish focus. And it's a tough situation. It's a very difficult playing conditions. It's very chilly. There's a lot of wind. You really just got to appreciate that the freshman's really just working hard trying to get out of this inning.
O'Neal up to bat. Grounds this one.
She helped
back
herself.
To the pitcher and Cook.
Great play.
Cook's throw over to Nichols for out number 3. But now it's 10-2 Spring Mills. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th after this 1-minute break. This is West Virginia High School Softball and Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Hi, this is Rob Mario. Larry DeMarco, broker of Modern Realty Results, believes he has some of the best real estate agents in the Eastern Panhandle. Agents at Modern Realty Results have years of experience and knowledge of the local real estate market. Agents within the office work as a team to provide quality customer service. We strive to always ensure client satisfaction through handling every transaction with honesty and integrity, all while offering competitive rates. Modern Realty Results is veteran-owned and managed. Please call 304-262-4222, modernrealtyresults.com.
Mayhem is everywhere.
I'm your new bangs, and you can't stop staring at me. That's it. Just tilt the rearview mirror over here. And while you're checking me out more times than a library book, your car is wandering into that lane over there. More bangs? Neat. And if you've got cut rate insurance, you could be paying for this yourself. So get Allstate.
Call Martinsburg Allstate agent Gary Kelly today at 304-263-4596.
Welcome back here to Charlotte Prather Park. Colin McLaughlin here alongside me is Jim Klein. Bottom of the 4th we go. It's Spring Mills leading Martinsburg 11-2. Due up for the Bulldogs, Justin, Mann, Kirkland. It's Wetzel so far has had a dominating performance on the mound for the Lady Cardinals. 8 strikeouts so far for her tonight. And only 46 pitches as well.
Yeah, and I think if you're Martinsburg, you just want to get a base runner. You just want to do something to try and get some kind of momentum going. Spring Mills, conversely, I think they just want to throw strikes and trust the defense.
First pitch from Wetzel going to be fouled off by the batter for strike one. As Nichols takes the foul ball to the first base side. Wetzel second pitch, Nichols. Almost hits her. Count evened up at 1 apiece. Nichols back into the right-handed box. Wetzel ready for the third pitch here in this at-bat. Fastball going to be ripped over to the first base dugout again. Count now 1-2 to Nichols.
Yeah, Nichols got a beat on it. Just got to either just step back in the box or start that swinging motion a little bit sooner.
Wetzel trying to get the 4th strikeout in a row, and she does. Caught looking, down goes Nichols for the 9th strikeout today for Wetzel, and out number 1 in the bottom of the 4th.
Called that inside corner.
Brings up Justin. First pitch from Wetzel, high and outside, taking ball 1 by Justin. Justin, our only at bat, struck out to end the first inning. It's Wetzel's pitch. Fastball going to be grounded. Scooping it up is the second baseman, Mann. She's going to toss it over to ring over to Shush for out number 2. So 2 outs now. That'll bring up Mann after the 4-3 putout. So Wetzel ready here for Mann. Pitch. Low, taking ball 1 by Mann.
Yeah, and Wetzel's feeling to see the way that she is ready to go. I mean, as soon as the batter releases, Wetzel's ready to pitch.
Wetzel sets the pitch to Mann. And it's caught a ball. Held the bat back. Almost looked like she swung through it, but umpires say otherwise. So it's 2 balls, no strikes with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. 11-2, Spring Mills leads Martinsburg.
Yeah, good decision by Mann. It was a low pitch. She didn't break. That's a good decision.
Mann fouls this one off behind home plate to make the count 2 balls, 1 strike for Mann. As a grounder to Vermillion in the last at bat by Justin and a strikeout by Nichols to make the 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. Swing and a miss from Mann, evens the count at 2 apiece. Wetzel for a second straight inning can make it 3 up, 3 down for Martinsburg. Mann takes her time in the box, adjusting some dirt beneath her feet. Wetzel pitches, swing and a miss. Strike 3, down goes Mann to end this 4th inning. We'll head to the 5th. It's 11-2 Spring Mills. We'll take a 60-second break. This is West Virginia High School Softball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
This is Matt Miller, along with my wife, Dale.
As homeowners, we've been through the mortgage process several times, and each time we went to Mark and Cheryl Savitt at the Mortgage Center.
They treat you like family with personal one-on-one service, walking with you through the process from application to settlement.
Plus, low interest rates and closing costs.
The Mortgage Center is on Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
Phone 304-267-9040.
Or online at mortgagefinancing.com. NMLS number 237527, equal housing lender.
Looking for some nightlife? Then look no further. Laddie's Bar and Grill has a full bar and kitchen, pool table, and entertainment with great food at affordable prices. You can dine in or carry out by calling us at 304-263-5233. Laddie's is open Monday through Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 3 a.m. and Sundays from 10 a.m. to 3 a.m. We serve breakfast all day long, and our lunch and dinner specials are posted every day on our Facebook page. So stop on in to Laddie's Bar and Grill, located at 107 Lutz Avenue in Martinsburg.
Top of the fifth we go here at Charlotte Prather Park. The 9-1-2 batters due up for Spring Mills. It will be Root, Ring, Houghton. Cook still on the mound for Martinsburg, and it looks like we might have some substitutions here for Spring Mills, so we wait to hear. Looks like we're going to have here, let me pull out the roster so we make sure we got it all. Sophie Taylor will be entering in, looks like, and she will enter in for Rebecca Root to start things off here in the top of the fifth. Did you hear who else there, Jim?
No, I did not. Very difficult to hear with the wind.
Well, it'll be Sophie Taylor up first here for Spring Mills, and once things progress, we'll get the rest down, but it'll be Taylor to start the top of the fifth as Spring Mills leads 11-2. Taylor steps into the box with a black hoodie on, so have to do our best to make sure we can tell the difference when she's out on the field if she does get a hit here or advancing on base safely between her and Martinsburg, because Martinsburg also wearing all black. First pitch from Cook to Taylor. Going to be a blooper right back for out number one as Cook makes the catch, only taking a few steps in on the circle.
Yeah, Cook helps herself. She made the final out at the top of the fourth and makes the first out in the top of the fifth. So Cook's doing her job and some.
That'll bring up Ring. Here in the top of the fifth is Cook's first pitch. High and taken by Ring for ball one. Ring doubled in her last at bat and later scored for Spring Mills in the six-run fourth inning. Ring steps out of the box to take a couple practice swings after calling time. Steps back in. Daisha Cook sets. Pitch to Ring. Can be a breaking ball outside for ball two. Ring walked in her first at bat, grounded out to the third baseman in her second at bat, and then the third one was the double there into center field. It's Cook's pitch to Ring. Low, hitting the plate for ball three. The second batter of this top of the fifth. Nobody on base. Cook still pitching for Martinsburg. As Martinsburg trails by 9. Pitch and a roll go off the back foot of Ring, but even if the umpire doesn't say it hit her, it's still ball four.
Yeah, Cook really seems to be favoring her. Cook really seems to be favoring. I can't tell if it's her right side, right knee, right ankle, right hamstring, or thigh.
That'll bring up Chrisman, who pinch hits as she swings through, and the ball goes to the backstop. Catcher fires it over to third base, and it'll be safe. So after stealing second, the ball was still at the backstop, so Ring goes to third safely. Chrisman has an opportunity at an RBI now. 1-0 count to Chrisman. This pitch called a strike to even the count at one apiece. Chrisman taking the place of Houghton. After Houghton, her at-bats, flew out to the catcher, walked, and then grounded in a fielder's choice to third base. Cook's pitch in the dirt makes the count 2-1 to Chrisman.
Yeah, Cook just really looks to be laboring right now. She appears to be limping on the mound, I think, and
yeah, you can really see her favoring that right foot there.
Taking
have to
a little bit of time
keep an
between
eye
pitches.
on it. Pitch takes a lot off of it as well, too. You can see that Cook is struggling. Hopefully she's okay. 3-1 count now to Chrisman. Runner on third, 1 out, and top of the fifth. It's 11-2 Spring Mills. Cook trying to get some more dirt in front of the rubber there in the pitching circle so that she can have more balance to power through on the pitch. She steps to the back of the circle, takes a couple steps back onto the rubber. Pitch from Cook. Chrisman fouled off to the backstop. Make the count now 3 balls and 2 strikes to Chrisman.
Yeah, she really does seem to be just working very hard, and the way that she's walking back to the rubber.
I didn't really see, though, where she might have hurt herself, whether it was a pitch or a play, as this one hits the dirt for ball 4. So that'll be a walk. Send Chrisman to first. Runners on the corners now, and up to bat is Emily Cole. 1 out. The top of the 5th inning. It's 11-2 Spring Mills. Leads Martinsburg by 9. Cook, hands on her hips. Steps back on the rubber. Pitch to Cole. Inside corner called strike 1 to Cole. Runner on third is Ring. Runner on first is Chrisman after back-to-back walks. Cook. Second pitch to Cole. Cole leans back and catcher's indifference. Chrisman will advance to second base with no throw by Hannon. Count even at 1 apiece. 2 runners in scoring position now for the Lady Cardinals.
They're starting to see some action in the bullpen, so we could be coming up on a pitching change, which looks like we might be a little past due.
It's Cook. Pitch past the glove of Hannon. That'll send both base runners advancing 1 each. Ring crosses home safely. Make it 12-2, and standing on third is Chrisman with 2 balls and 1 strike to Emily Cole. And 1 out in the top of the 5th.
Yeah, 1 out. I do feel bad for Cook. She appears to be very laboring.
It's Cook kind of shaking out there on the mound, or on the circle, as well as this one in the dirt for ball 3 to Cole to make it 3-1 to Emily Cole, who singled in her last at bat, and the 2 before that struck out on drop third strikes. 3-1 to Cole. Cole looking over at Coach McGargy on third base. Aisha Cook, puts her left foot on the rubber and then her right foot. Pitch low off Hannon for ball 4. So that'll put runners on the corners again for Spring Mills and bring up Shoosh. Still 1 out in the top of the 5th, a 10-run lead for Spring Mills. Cook sets. First pitch to Shoosh. Swing and a miss. And stealing second on the indifference from catcher Abby Hannon with no throw. Puts Cole at second. Chrisman on third. 0-1 count to Shoosh. 1 out in the top of the 5th. Cook sets. This pitch going to be blooped. Back up. And caught by Daisha Cook for out number 2. So both outs so far this half inning.
Cook's made the last 3 outs.
Fly outs.
Yeah.
To Cook.
Yeah, Cook got the last out at the top of the 4th, and now to the first of the 2 outs in the 5th.
But you can really see her still.
Yeah, she's definitely favoring her right side. She's stretching a lot. She's doing some hip flexor movements.
As up to bat now is Wetzel. Take this pitch into the dirt for ball 1. Wetzel. Hit by a pitch in her last at bat. She's been hit by a pitch twice so far tonight, but when it comes to pitching, she's been lights out for Spring Mills. Only allowing 2 runs as she rips this one in between second base and short into center field. That's going to be an RBI single for Wetzel. 13-2, Spring Mills leads Martinsburg. Advancing over to third as well as Emily Cole. So runners on the corners, bringing up Vermillion. Cook. First pitch to Vermillion.
Good pitch.
Right across the plate at the knees for strike 1. Great placement there by Daisha Cook for the first pitch to Vermillion. Vermillion reached safely on an error last at bat as this pitch from Cook inside called a ball to Vermillion to even the count at 1 apiece. Runner still on the corners, 2 outs for Spring Mills in the top of the 5th, an 11-run lead for the Cardinals against the Bulldogs. Cook makes her way to the rubber in the circle. Pitch going to be fouled off the fence in the backstop. Makes the count now 1 ball and 2 strikes for Vermillion. Vermillion makes her way back into the right-hander's box. Closed batter stance. Cook trying to get out of this inning for Martinsburg. Bring him up to bat. Cook's pitch. Goes behind Abby Hannon, so advancing over to second base is Wetzel, but staying at third is Cole. So 2 runners in scoring position now, 2-2 count. Top of the 5th for Vermillion against Cook with 2 outs. Cook for the 5th pitch of this at bat. Sends it in, and it's going to be high off the glove of Hannon. Both runners will stay put, but a full count now for Vermillion. 2 outs. Cook still clearly limping and favoring that right leg. Doing the best she can to finally get out of this inning. So far the 2 outs have been caught by her. This pitch just inside called ball 4. That's going to load the bases for Spring Mills and bring up Brady. Is there still action in the bullpen over there, Jim?
Yeah, they're still warmed up. Meanwhile, St. Peter's up on Purdue, 37-33. A little NCAA men's basketball action. Cinderella continues to dance.
First pitch from Cook to Brady. Just catches the inside corner for strike 1. Bases loaded for Spring Mills. Lead 13-2 against Martinsburg here in the top of the 5th. Cook ahead in the count here against Brady. Brady gets a piece of this one. It's going to be over the head of first base, dropping just in front of the right fielder in the grass.
Gets the force at second.
Throw over to second.
Somebody forgot there's 2 outs.
Down goes Spring Mills there.
Run scores.
Are you sure since it's a force out? I don't think the run scores since it's a
Even
first
though it's before?
out.
No, you're
We'll have
right.
to check that as we'll take a 1-minute break. This is West Virginia High School Softball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Heffley Motor Company, serving the Eastern Panhandle for over 17 years. Known for our wide variety of vehicles at great prices, we are the area's only pre-owned Carfax Advantage dealer.
Save yourself time and money. Come see us. You'll be glad you did.
And don't forget our popular detailing service to keep your car looking brand new. We're proud to be your partner serving the community. You're local, we're local. Why not buy local? Heffley Motor Company, a nice place to do business.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%. Parsons' goal of financing for all. And Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars, too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Welcome back here to the bottom of the 5th inning. It is 13-2 Spring Mills on top of Martinsburg. Due up for the Bulldogs looks like will be Kirkland, Cook, Hannon. As Wetzel still on the mound, an impressive outing for the freshman for the Lady Cardinals. The mercy rule in effect this inning can give Spring Mills first win of the year for the Cardinals.
Yeah, and shout out, man, to all the people who are out, like all the fans here watch the game, hundreds and hundreds of people. Plus we got, the cameraman Avery Newport out there. He looks freezing. Executive producer Spencer Dupuis, he's toughing it out. Man, hats off to everyone except for Nick Verzolini.
I don't want my hat off. I get even
I know.
colder.
Well, we can't take our hat off. Nick's back there chilling in the warmth of the studio. Man, he's lucky right now.
He is in the studio again tomorrow, and we are at the home show. They're at the Roundhouse for the first time ever, the 25th annual home show. You can tune in to Talk Radio WRNR as well as TV10 and our TV10 Facebook pages will be live there at the Roundhouse from 10 a.m. to noon and then 1 p.m. to 3 tomorrow as well as Sunday.
I'm tuning in.
Tuning in to the home show? You're going to make an appearance?
I'm probably going to come in because they're giving away a free. Like I got like this 19-year-old roof, and I heard that like one of the vendors are giving away a free roof. Like you go in.
And also, if you like Washington Nationals baseball, there in the silent auction, I know we're giving away some swag as well as tickets to some future games there next week. Are you sure it was the 9th? I thought I heard the 29th. I don't know, but nonetheless, I mean, it's Nationals tickets, so.
That's awesome.
Kirkland, 0-2 count now to her here in the bottom of the 5th. We get back to focus on the action. Wetzel, swing and a miss. So that one's the second strike. My apologies as I looked up at the scoreboard who already had 0-2, but now it's 0-2 to Kirkland. Kirkland 0 for 1 today. This one on the outside corner. 1-2's the count to Kirkland. Wetzel trying to get, looks like her 11th strikeout tonight if she can do so. And she does. Down goes Kirkland, caught looking. And that's the 11th strikeout for Wetzel tonight. She might have to be the player of the game, Jim.
I think so. Yeah, and she's working that inside corner, outside, inside. She really has the ability to catch people looking.
Fouled off home plate here. Strike one. Looks like we have a pinch hitter here for the Bulldogs, and it's Gunter.
Gunter or Gunter?
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 Might be Gunter.
Might be Gunter. She's in for the pitcher.
That is true. 0-2 count now. Wetzel trying to make back-to-back strikeouts. And she does.
Inside corner.
The inside corner. Back-to-back strikeouts. Both of them caught looking. Now Martinsburg down to its final out of the game. Hannon up to bat. Wetzel's first pitch. And it's going to be fouled. Out of play there on the third base side. Strike one to Hannon.
That was a great swing. She made up her mind. Was jumped all over that.
Great contact as well.
Absolutely.
If it was fair, that would
Right.
have been trouble.
Right.
Wetzel's pitch. Grounder over to the second baseman. Underhand toss to Schuth at first for the out. And that's the ball game. Spring Mills gets the win. Final score 13-2 over Martinsburg. Spring Mills goes to 1-3, 1-2 in the EPAC. Martinsburg falls to 0-4, 0-3 in the EPAC. We'll take a 2-minute break and then be back for the Palace Lounge postgame show. This is West Virginia High School Softball and Talk Radio WRNR and TV10.
Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring project? And start with Trips Flooring, proudly serving the area for more than 25 years, specializing in floor sanding and refinishing, along with installation of new flooring, including hardwood, tile, vinyl, laminate, carpet, and the hottest trend in flooring, luxury vinyl, tile, and luxury vinyl plank. Are you on a budget? Check out their warehouse, cash and carry, or call 304-229-7009, or visit them online at tripsfloorsanding.com.
Before the invitations and the dress, the flowers, cake, candles, or vows, there was an answer to a question proposed with a ring.
Bechtel Jewelers knows that an important part of your wedding happens before the I-dos. We're a diamond store with an engagement and bridal jewelry selection that's both exciting and accessible.
On the big day, there's everything else, and there's the ring. Make sure you get this one right at Bechtel Jewelers in Inwood.
The game may be over, but don't go away just yet. We've got a complete game recap, analysis, stats, the player of the game, and we'll prepare you for our next broadcast. All on the postgame show. Today's game broadcast has been brought to you by
Cody's Auto Body, Laddie's Bar and Grill, Trips Flooring, The Mortgage Center, Gary Kelly Allstate Insurance, Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson, the Heffley Motor Company, the Palace Lounge, Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies, Milestone Realty, and by WVU Medicine, Berkeley, and Jefferson Medical Centers.
So let's return to the field and rejoin our Talk Radio WRNR broadcast team.
Into the postgame show brought to you by the Palace Lounge on Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg with a full lunch and dinner menu, daily specials, and a clean, comfortable atmosphere. Check out their menu on the Palace Lounge Facebook page. Final score, Spring Mills 13, Martinsburg 2. Spring Mills gets its first win of the year via mercy rule in 5 innings for the Cardinals, as I will now welcome me into the broadcast area here at Charlotte Prather Park. And it's Grant McGargy, the victorious head coach for Spring Mills, first time this season. First off, congratulations, Coach, on the win, 13-2 against Martinsburg. Girl sounded happy over there on the first base dugout. What's the emotion right now for you guys?
Definitely happy. We needed that. We've been working hard and, again, played some good teams here to start the season off, and we needed that victory as a team. We all came together here today and did what we needed to do.
Well, when I talked to you there during the pregame interview, you said freshman pitcher who should be a star. She looked like a star tonight.
She looked good tonight.
12 strikeouts tonight here against Martinsburg. What are your comments about her performance? Outstanding.
Absolutely. Tonight she was hitting her spots. She was doing everything that we asked for. And, again, outside of a couple of plays in the first inning, we made the plays for her as well. But I don't know how many strikeouts she had off the top of my head, but it seemed like
I
it
had
was
her
a
at
ton.
12. So.
At 12?
Yeah.
She did an outstanding job this evening.
So
exactly
out of the
what we needed.
15 outs, 12 of them as
12
strikeouts.
of them were strikeouts.
That's a very impressive game, only allowing, it looked like I had 2 hits. So great outing by the freshman, and hope to see that for years to come. So, again, congratulations on the win. I'll let you go celebrate with the team. Thank you so much for hopping on here.
I appreciate it.
Go get warm. You're the crazy one in shorts.
Hey, I love it. I love it. Thank you, guys.
I
appreciate you guys.
Coach McGargy. Thank you, buddy. Thank you. So let's now get into tonight's game summary, brought to you by the Farmer and Mechanics Insurance Company. When it comes to your home, auto, farm, or business, they're trusted, reliable, and experienced. Call them at 304-263-0809 or go to fmiwv.com. Top of the first, Spring Mills took the lead 1-0, but Martinsburg was able to respond with 2 runs of its own to take the lead at 2-1 after 1. But after that, it was all Spring Mills. 2 runs in the top of the second, 2 more in the top of the third. Big top of the fourth inning with 6 runs, and then 2 more runs in the top of the fifth to make it 13-2 final score. Spring Mills, 5 hits, 4 left on base with no errors. Martinsburg, 2 runs, 2 hits, 2 errors, 2 left on base for the day. Those are your game stats, brought to you by Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. Buying or selling a home, call them at 304-579-7349. Go to callchrisross.com. Going to take another 2-minute break. When we come back, we'll give you today's WVU Medicine Player of the Game. This is West Virginia High School Softball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
WVU Medicine is pleased to introduce 7 new providers who've joined our medical staffs at Berkeley Medical Center, Jefferson Medical Center, and University Healthcare Physicians. Dr. Tiffany Morton, Endocrinology. Dr. Zangeethan Parampanathan, Family Medicine. Dr. Heymanth Pillai, Hospitalist. Dr. Lauren Rover, Pediatrics. Dr. Ahmed Samor, Hospitalist. Doctor of Nursing Practice, Kelly Shothius, Urgent Care. And Dr. Levi Stevens, ENT. WVU Medicine, growing to meet the needs of our community.
Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson. We're accident, injury, and disability lawyers with over 120 years combined local trial experience. When injury or illness has stopped you from working, you may be eligible for Social Security disability. Ron Harmon has been winning disability claims for over a quarter of a century. Don't hire some out-of-state firm. Ron Harmon's in Martinsburg. He will meet with you right here in our office. Get a local lawyer you can trust. Call 304-LAWYERS for a free consultation. 304-LAWYERS or 304-263-0900.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%. Parsons' goal of financing for all. And Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars, too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Looking for some nightlife? Then look no further. Laddie's Bar and Grill has a full bar and kitchen, pool table, and entertainment with great food at affordable prices. You can dine in or carry out by calling us at 304-263-5233. Laddie's is open Monday through Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 3 a.m. and Sundays from 10 a.m. to 3 a.m. We serve breakfast all day long, and our lunch and dinner specials are posted every day on our Facebook page. So stop on in to Laddie's Bar and Grill, located at 107 Lutz Avenue in Martinsburg.
Welcome back to Charlotte Prather Park. Colin McLaughlin here. Alongside me is Jim Klein. Final score here for some West Virginia High School softball action. Spring Mills 13, Martinsburg 2. And we'll now give you our WVU Medicine Player of the Game. Brought to you by WVU Medicine, Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Centers, leading healthcare here and everywhere. And Jim and I think it's a unanimous decision, but I'll let you say it. Who is tonight's WVU Medicine Player of the Game?
Absolutely a dominant performance by Claire Wetzel. 12 out of 15 outs. How can you pick anyone else as Spring Mills gets their first win? Congratulations, Claire Wetzel, on an outstanding performance.
Yeah, 12 strikeouts by the freshman tonight. Very impressive outing by her, only allowing 2 runs on 2 hits. Her defense helped out with no errors as well. So Claire Wetzel, the freshman from Spring Mills High, is tonight's WVU Medicine Player of the Game. So that's going to wrap things up here so that we can pack up and get warm before having to be back out at the Roundhouse tomorrow. Again, final score 13-2. Spring Mills beats Martinsburg via the Mercy Rule. For Nick Verzolini, who you'll hear from here in a few minutes, our intern, Avery Newport, executive producer, Spencer Dupuis, Jim Klein, I'm Colin McLaughlin, signing off here from Charlotte Prather Park. Spring Mills 13, Martinsburg 2. Have a good night, everyone.
See that Honda badge? It reveals more than the Ridgeline's maker. It's a testament to endurance and Honda ingenuity. So when the terrain ahead is full of challenges, brace yourself. The Honda Ridgeline is about to amaze you. Rise to the challenge with the rugged performance of the Honda Ridgeline.
CMA's Honda of Winchester, 3985 Valley Pike. CMA, moving lives forward.
Hagerstown Ford continues to be your leader in car sales up and down the I-81 corridor. We will beat any and all competitors' prices, and we've made buying a new car easier than ever with one-day delivery better than Amazon and a return policy better than Walmart. Your satisfaction is our guarantee. If you don't like it, simply return it and we'll come pick it up. No questions asked. Why would you shop anywhere else? At Hagerstown Ford, we take great pride in our community and supporting our local student athletes. That's why Hagerstown Ford is the official car dealership of Shepherd Rams quarterback Tyson Bagent. Our remote buying process has made new car shopping so easy, you'll never even set foot in a dealership. Simply go to HagerstownFord.com and click on the car you want to buy it, or use the Axle Auto app. It's that easy. You can order your new car on any device. Go to HagerstownFord.com and get your new car signed, sealed, and delivered from Hagerstown Ford.
You've been in an accident. A distracted driver put texting over safety. Your injuries, loss of income, and medical bills can last a long time, even a lifetime. Our job is to try and secure justice that will protect you and your family for the rest of your life. Mansion Ferretti, when you need justice.
Life can get in the way these days. We all know that. Work commitments, social commitments, volunteer commitments, family commitments. You put your heart into all of it. You've got enough to worry about already. Your roof shouldn't be one of those things. Everything should just work. But when your roof is in need of an upgrade, you shouldn't have to worry about that either. Modern Renovations, your four-state roofing solution. Reminding you that home is where the heart really is.
Are you considering selling your home and don't know where to start? Then call Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. A Martinsburg High School graduate, Chris knows the local market, and he's proven it as #1 real estate team in West Virginia in 2019. Phone Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams at 304-579-7349 or go to callchrisross.com. Let's celebrate your real estate milestone together.
Heffley Motor Company, serving the Eastern Panhandle for over 17 years. Known for our wide variety of vehicles at great prices, we are the area's only pre-owned Carfax Advantage dealer.
Save yourself time and money. Come see us. You'll be glad you did.
And don't forget our popular detailing service to keep your car looking brand new. We're proud to be your partner serving the community. You're local, we're local, why not buy local? Heffley Motor Company, a nice place to do business.
Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring project? And start with Trips Flooring, proudly serving the area for more than 25 years, specializing in floor sanding and refinishing, along with installation of new flooring, including hardwood, tile, vinyl, laminate, carpet, and the hottest trend in flooring, luxury vinyl, tile, and luxury vinyl plank. Are you on a budget? Check out their warehouse, cash and carry, or call 304-229-7009, or visit them online at tripsfloorsanding.com.
We welcome you into the post-game scoreboard show. I'm Nick Verzolini, as the Spring Mills Lady Cardinals softball team is victorious tonight, winning over Martinsburg in 5 innings due to the run rule, 13-2. Spring Mills getting its first win of the season for the Cardinals. So a good first win for them, and their first win the EPAC as well, to put them at 1-3. Martinsburg now falling to 0-3 to begin the season. So that was a big score. In EPAC baseball, Jefferson defeating Hampshire tonight 12-0, and Martinsburg was leading Spring Mills last updated 11-3 in the 5th inning. So some big scores going on around the EPAC tonight. As now we take a look at some other scores. We'll start in college basketball. It's National Peacock Day. The St. Peter's Peacocks are trying to pull off another upset over Purdue right now, trailing by 3 with 7:34 to go in the second half. We'll join that action following this scoreboard show. It's a 49-47 game now as the Peacocks make a free throw. Kansas is leading Providence in the second half with about 14 minutes to go, 36-23 over Providence. Their later games tonight, North Carolina taking on UCLA. That one's scheduled to tip off at 9:39. Very specific there. And then Iowa State and Miami at 9:59 tonight. Those games can be watched on CBS and TBS, or if you want to listen on the radio, we'll have Westwood One's coverage right here on Talk Radio WRNR, or not on TV 10, but on Talk Radio WRNR. In NBA action, the Washington Wizards are holding on to a 7-point lead over the Detroit Pistons tonight, 79-72 in Detroit. About 10.5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Utah leading Charlotte 87-86. The Golden State Warriors are trailing the Atlanta Hawks 77-71. The Knicks trail the Heat 46-38 in the second quarter. Also in the second quarter, the Mavericks trailing the Timberwolves 42-34. And then later tonight, the Rockets will take on the Trailblazers, and the 76ers will play the Clippers on NBA TV. In the National Hockey League, third period just getting started between Washington and Buffalo, and those two teams are tied at 3. The Rangers are beating up on the Penguins right now in the early third period, 4-0. The Jets lead the Blue Jackets 2-1. Flyers will take on the Avalanche tonight, and the Coyotes also taking on the Flames this evening. That does it for our scoreboard show. Again, we will have coverage of the home show tomorrow, beginning at 10 a.m. from 10 to noon, and then from 1 to 3, we'll have live coverage from the home show. That one, you can listen right here on Talk Radio WRNR or tune in on TV 10. And then we'll have baseball action for you on Monday. We'll have that both on Saturday and Sunday for the home show. So make certain to tune into that. I'm Nick Verzolini here on the Modern Renovations the Postgame Scoreboard Show. And that does it for us here. Once again, Spring Mills with the win tonight over Martinsburg, 13-2.
You've been listening to West Virginia High School Softball. Today's game broadcast has been brought to you by
Bechtel Jewelers, the Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations, CMA Honda of Winchester, Hagerstown Ford, the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm, the Mountaineer Grill and Pub, the Mirius Group of Financial Advisors, Orsini's Home Store, Modern Realty Results, Kent Parsons Ford of Martinsburg, and the Skinner Law Firm.
For the continued coverage of high school, college, and professional sports, keep it tuned to FM 106.5, AM 740, Comcast Cable Channel 10, and online, talkradio.wrnr.com. All rights reserved.